Okay,
We are in the
we got some
operator
gameplay here.
selection phase, seconds out from the first look at Dual Front. Operators are locked in. Are you ready for the next era of Siege?
Shut up, announcer.
Folks, let's get underway with our first matchup of Dual Front.
Nice bug.
So this is already super unique. You know, when you start, you have the 6 operators that you are choosing from. I believe if
Look
I'm
at
not
it.
wrong, you will always be at the
Look
front.
at
You can always feel like you are the leader in this scenario, leading your team. But again, what's so unique about this is when you think about Siege as a whole, it's always been 5v5. Now you are adding that key element of bringing a 6th player onto that squad, which allows so many different ways to approach.
Wow, Thermite.
Want to play it, and again, another big thing.
Oh no, that's Osa. Osa was reinforcing a wall. How insane is that?
Now, while you had some hands-on experience, and you are a former pro player and a former world champion, it's not your expertise that we're going to lean on here, Gabe. We have brought up both Alex and Josh from the keynote to help us understand the way that this works. Gentlemen, first things first. What a day. What
30-minute
I
session.
think you were prepared for the
That's how
events
long
to
this
come.
game
Would you say you were a
game
little
mode is
bit
lasting.
enthusiastic?
30 minutes.
I mean,
I thought it was gonna be like a 5-minute round per thing. 30 minutes is pretty fucking long.
Teams pour their hearts into this, and now we get to see it live.
But yeah, let's cut away from the people shooting. Okay.
Hear the people, you get to experience that full hand, and it feels so awesome to find
Wow, Uzi kind of being toxic right there with the teabagging, I'll be honest.
Conceptualize this game mode being played might differ from what we see today. But is it fair to say, Alex, that you're expecting players to literally problem solve as it goes along, and that there isn't really a defined correct way to play based on when you built the game?
I mean, we've been playtesting this for over a year now, and we're still learning new things, new combinations of operators.
Dude, I'm telling you guys now, the sweaty people in this game and like the pro players or whatever,
We're keeping that
they're gonna ruin all the fucking hype in this game because, you know, they're trying to open up this game to casual people. It's not meant for casual people.
Yeah, it's all new.
Just because of the fucking skill ceiling and the skill curve, it's not gonna allow for casual gamers to fucking enjoy the game. I'll be honest.
Extra element of surprise and putting a 6th member onto that roster.
Well, one of the big goals we had with Dual Front is to actually make Siege more approachable. So, and one of the ways of doing that is to kind of lower that social pressure of having to, if you die in a 5v5, 4v5.
Hey there, Uzi go. He killed like 4 people.
In 6v6, you actually get to carry that weight a little bit more evenly. Additionally, obviously, the respawn's going to help with that and help people feel more confident and learn over time. But that's definitely a driving force there.
I just want to touch on something here, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but we've got our first objective at play. Would one of you like to take us through what exactly is happening in the game?
Dude, the announcers need to shut the fuck up and let the fucking gameplay actually gameplay. See, we're missing all the gunfights. Who the fuck are the observers?
User timer. So if the defending team comes in and deactivates it, it might save a bit of the progress that they achieved there. And this is one of 3 objectives that they have to secure now.
That would explain why we have the 3 segments on the diffuser.
That's right.
So if you stop it, it'll go back to the last tick, if we want to call it that.
That's right.
And then you basically paused it. So it functions very similarly to regular Siege in the sense that you have to control the objective, you have to get that diffuser planted.
And I love specifically that you guys talk about, you know, regardless of this being a brand new game mode, you guys are still keeping that core value of what Siege has always been in terms of that tactical prowess and what you can do within Siege. And I think just being able to bring attackers with defenders can really set up that strategical.
And I'm really more interested in the game more than what the fuck these retards have to say. Excuse my language, but I really don't want to hear the announcers talking. I want to hear the gameplay. I want to hear what they're saying, what their callouts are.
Able to do there, like bringing a Nomad on attack. Obviously, we've done that 1,000 times, but putting her into the defense and making for the post.
I'm getting stressed out, dude, because I
It's
fucking
almost like
hate.
they're fighting on dual fronts.
And now we see that the other team has planted the diffuser as well. So both are active at the same time. Teams have to recoup, regroup, and understand how they can recapture the site now that the plant's gone down.
The red team succeeded, it looks like, in their very first capture. So now what happens? Oh, is Uzi going to get it? They've already lost 1 tick, as you talked about.
Yep.
And it
Okay, that's an interesting
that
diffuse.
progress they earned and they
Animation?
get to keep.
Yeah, look at this
They
guy.
get all the way for the next sector of the
So
actual
fun,
objective,
so great.
that's lost.
And what I'm seeing now with the front A team, they have that first one secured. Now that timer is going. So essentially, does that now force them to now play the defense, wait for that next sector to open up, and then make that transition with that rotate?
Yeah, that beat there is actually leading into essentially a prep phase for that new sector. So our attackers in that lane are going into prep, using their drones, looking forward, or they could rotate in through the neutral sector over to defense and help shore up your own defense.
Nice
I
revenge.
just want to ask you guys, because
I don't know this guy, but yeah.
Playing through it, what is your ideal line?
Wait, no.
You've ran the most, that you've
That's
experienced
not. What
the
the
absolute
fuck?
most, whether that's on the
No.
defense
Oh, there's two
or the
ashes.
They're bouncing.
I'm a little confused. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
It's amazing. running
Interesting.
that
Okay, I thought it was gonna be
it's
limited
like you've never
operators based
experienced
off
it
of what
before,
team
and
you're
just doing
on.
That is amazing.
I'm about to say, you'll never
Okay.
get anything
So
coming from me in
there's a
terms of
possibility of
how
two
much I
Capcans
love
existing,
it.
two
And I think
Legions.
those
That's
guys
fucking
play
insane.
Flank watch aggressively, so the fact that you can use those air jabs on defense to get those sound cues, to get that quick reaction, to net one of those.
Alright, so Uzi hasn't died once, and he's gotten probably like what, 9 kills. So he's 9-0.
From the action as possible, you were there.
Absolutely. So you would have
Such greatness, right? I bet the other team is new people, newbies are having so much fun going against this sweat ass.
Open and what isn't.
Now, one thing that you mentioned while talking about the game was that you're going to be swapping up the operators twice a season. Now, what's the thought process behind which operators you bring in, which operators you bring out, and will it be a full-scale swap? Are we talking every operator is gone, or are you just going to bring in a couple and remove maybe some particularly strong or weak ops?
Yeah, so one of the big things is we want to make sure that the Pathfinders that are earned through our newcomer challenges are going to be
This guy-
available at all times. Again, like you always want to be able to have.
Again, Uzi's just getting multiple kills. We don't even see it. And Uzi died once. Okay, that's the first time he died, and he's stressing out about it.
Trap, or maybe remove both and see what happens now. Like, what can you do if you don't have electricity
Utard.
available to you? What can you do if you don't have, like, you know, a lot of area denial and so on and so forth?
So I don't think this was mentioned by you guys, but what I am noticing is I'm looking at the characters, the utility. It's regenerated.
Yeah. This is a way that we can actually balance the.
Why aren't you shooting him? Why aren't you killing him? I don't understand.
Lasting about 15, 20 minutes. So you can actually
What?
stack quite a bit of utility if you don't
They're
have
gonna
a
just
speed
let-
system, and the team worked really hard on that.
Oh, okay.
We'll follow up with that.
I'm
So
very
are you
confused.
saying that Capcan can essentially lay down 6, 7 traps at a time?
I'm gonna take that one. So one of the things about regenerative gadgets is that you can deploy based on the max that's been determined for dual front. So some of those values may differ from the core Siege experience, but additionally, whatever your last place gadget is,
Interesting
you place
seeing
a new one,
Capcan outside of like a building really freely.
Perfect.
You're telling me I can't put down 20 Capcan traps and just sabotage the whole
Yeah,
map?
I mean, if we rewind time a couple years ago, you could have. And let me be honest, like, you know,
These announcers.
So,
Oh.
I was actually, I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking, I was like, what if someone just brings Mira and just lays down a lot of her windows and then immediately transitions off of that to a different operator and then uses them?
I'm thinking the Maestro. You just swap evil eye cams over and over and over again. You got unlimited laser beams.
We already thought of that. So if you're repicking your operator, the operator you were previously, all their gadgets disappear. And then you're jumping back in with a new operator to do a new strategy.
additionally, you can actually see as operators are being swapped out.
Okay, you heard that, guys.
they go back to being on
So
neutral.
if you're Capcan, you put down 5 of your traps. If you die and respawn, your traps disappear.
I'm not a developer. I
That's
don't
interesting,
balance this
okay.
game. I can only imagine how tricky it has been to find a way to make everything work. But before we get there, one of the beautiful things about having all these content creators in person is that we get to hear from them live in action. Patricia has an interview ready for us down on the stage.
Thank you, guys. I am here with Skittles. How you doing?
Doing great.
Skittles, I would love to get your first impressions of Siege X. How you feeling about it right now?
I'm absorbing everything. This is a completely new game. We got a big map, more operators. Like it's insane. I am like.
No,
trying to,
it's
like,
the
pick
same
everything right now,
operators.
basically.
What are you talking about?
I can imagine. Are there any particular things that you're focusing on or interested in seeing in terms of the new updates?
I'm just really excited about the gun inspection. After 10 years, we finally got that, and oh my god, all the skins we have now, it's so worth it. It's so cool.
Very
Is
cool.
it?
Well,
Is
I
it
won't
really?
take too much of your time. Get you back to playing. Thank you so much.
Skittles does a lot of YouTube work, and I know that the weapon inspect element will be excellent for thumbnails, so that will make it a lot easier for content creators to advertise their stuff. Let's dive into the next matchup that's happening at the same time, and it's a little bit of the old versus the present, one could say. A former two-time world champion of Pengu versus a current major champion of Spoit, as it's Team Pengu versus Team Spoit, and there's a competitive mindset between these two teams that is, maybe I would say, unlike a lot of the other matchups we'll have today.
I mean, how competitive can it be? I mean, Spoit's beating up on a retired old man of Pengu. Like, give him a break. Let him breathe a little bit.
I'm fascinated the way that this mode is going to be approached, right? Because Siege casts.
Okay, my question is, what's stopping somebody from just spawn camping you?
There are people who are going to play it on console. There are people who are going to play
You
it
know?
on casual. People who
If somebody just posts up in the spawn area, what's keeping them from spawn killing you? Like this right here. I think this guy just got spawn killed right now. One posting TTTV.
Like Dual Front, do you think it's the type of game mode that
What
can
the?
catch all of those players and provide a compelling experience for each one?
Yeah, when we were talking about Dual Front, first of all, Siege is challenging.
Oh,
That's
he's
in our
sprinting
DNA.
around.
We'll never change that. But
On
Dual Front
rappel.
makes it more accessible.
He doesn't have to get off rappel and get back on rappel.
You have
You
more
just go around the
players on
corners
table,
now.
So you can try
Nice.
new things. So all of this adds up to a game mode that honestly everybody's at the same level on the ground.
Oh, he just
floor,
got down by an
and
explosion.
they're able to
I think
jump
a
in
fire
and have
extinguisher.
immediate impact.
He got down from a fucking fire extinguisher.
We obviously talk about the casual base, me coming from that competitive background. I absolutely do love the approach here, especially as we do know, Siege is a very complex game, but that's what makes it so unique, so fun when you can actually learn it. But what I really like about District specifically is it's symmetrical. It does
Not to bash anybody, but dude, Anifex has a dirty ass looking beard.
functionalities of how Siege is played, whether you're playing horizontal, vertically, so you're not getting confused. And for a new player, that you can come in and be like, okay, this is what Siege is like. So then you bring that into the other maps, and then I did.
You gotta chop that shit off.
Operator is able to be played, and I think that also is huge because, as we know, Siege has a lot of operators and continuing to grow as the game continues to go further on. So I do genuinely think this is a great approach for not only a competitive standpoint, but most importantly also for the casual standpoint.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited to see the way that it shakes out. Have you two noticed anything that's happening at this current point in time that has caught your eye that you maybe weren't expecting?
Interesting.
At the tests you've done over the last year or so.
I mean, I saw someone do a breach. I literally have never seen someone do.
Wow,
like,
wow,
playtest,
wow.
Breaching in onto the stairs of the second sector.
Dude,
Like,
that's insane.
outside of the site, like, I don't usually see people.
What the
pushing
fuck,
through there. They
Rocket?
usually push from top
Rock?
floor,
I was gonna say
walk
Rook,
the stairs,
but it's actually
they
Doc.
breach the
Doc
wall
is
and
on
jump right
rappel.
into
How
the
fucking
stairs.
insane is
So
that?
That's kind of the magic of the map, right?
Oh, hello.
We've got another interview ready from TikTok to Twitch, and now here in Atlanta, we've got Titanium
Hey.
Rocket down on the stage with Patricia.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, interview the hot women.
You've got it solid.
the
I'm
heck is
here
wrong
now
with you guys?
Titanium Rolo. How you doing today, Rolo?
I am doing amazing. How are you doing?
Oh, wonderful, especially now that I'm with you here. I'm already like fast friends. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the neutral zone? In the middle of the
Wow.
map?
So I think
The
neutral
perspective
zone
looked
is actually
very
really
interesting.
crucial, and I think that from the times that we've played it, we've not focused on it enough. There's so much focus on either attacking a base or defending a base, but actually so many people go to the neutral zone that if you manage to get control of it, then you can kind of completely control the flow of the map, and I think it's going to be way more crucial than we've given credit for it. And I'm also hoping, since I like Easter eggs, I'll find a couple of Easter eggs around there too.
I wish so many Easter eggs for you. Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to playing.
Stop eggs. I'm sorry. I tried doing a little girl
Yeah, the
voice
Easter eggs
with
that
an
are
accent.
in all the maps, by
Just
the
pretend
way,
I didn't do that, okay?
in Dual Front. Do you even want to give that away?
Definitely first.
All right, I'm gonna fuse the wall and then roll my drone into the.
Find them because we have hidden some stuff around the map.
Right. And for a reminder for those of you, we're going to say this a lot. I apologize if I sound like a broken record. But the thing is that the more I remind you that maybe you might actually be able to get to the game yourself, we are doing beta code access for Dual Front. That is on right now. Once we are done with the showcase, you will be able to play Dual Front. Provided
No way.
Through Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts.
No
and
way.
Either this stream or
Really?
one of our partnered streams, you will get the code after about a half hour or so.
But look at Spoit. The difference between what Spoit is doing and what Uzi was doing. Okay, Uzi was non-stop killing, teabagging. This guy's just having fun. I like that. Okay, the more casual style.
The second sector, and actually, I think
You know,
Beta
if
team
you're
lost
if
theirs.
you're trying
There's
to
an
get
assignment that's
a
coming
casual
to the map.
audience
That's the
to stop into your game and play it,
that everybody
you
has to jump
have
into.
to fucking
And we have to
like
grab a hostage. So
allow them to have fun. If you don't allow people to have fun, they're just gonna drop the game. They're not gonna play it.
The old ways of the hostage being involved.
Yeah, and not only just that, but the hostage is Dokkaebi, because we lost her at the end of the Assault on Hereford event. So this is where that narrative starts coming in when we talk about seasonal update that way.
I want to say, so when you grab the
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken, you have to
So it's not good enough that you drop it off. You have to defend the site now.
Kate has already
Okay.
done this wrong. She brought it to her, I believe, thinking that they are going to get that extraction, but they actually need to bring it to the opposite side and make it far more challenging.
Oh,
than just
no.
a simple
Oh,
way.
wow.
Let's bring it back down.
Yeah, exactly. It used to like you can see as soon as it got the hostage got picked up there, the icon shows up that show you where the extraction point is for you,
Okay,
and the
they're figuring
helicopters
it
are
out.
coming in the next 30 seconds. And that, oh man, like again, we're talking about audio and all everything. Hearing helicopters come in
Yeah,
during
I
a siege match, oh, it gets your heart pumping.
Well, I want to say,
Don't board it though.
I want to say, me and you actually.
Okay, and now they have to defend.
This out the other day, and it is when you were talking about the heart stumping, and especially like let's acknowledge you can play outside now. Like that is a huge thing that needs to be acknowledged. You don't have a timer letting you know you're gonna be shown.
So you're better off.
Again,
You're better off waiting until last second to grab the hostage and then just bringing the hostage straight to your point, right? What?
Exactly. But no, like I was saying, back to that, it is very intense when you have to run to the enemy side with this, trying to get that extraction up while they're up and coming, spawning, holding those positions from outside, waiting for an ambush that you're potentially running into. You were actually doing a very good job at leading that. You were like, all right, Lack, I need you to get in front of me. I need you to clear this. I need you to clear that. And we did end up doing it successfully.
Yeah, honestly, like regardless if we talk about the match being like the game of being approachable, we get real competitive.
Oh, absolutely.
What are you still doing here?
Is the one
Go
to
get the
grab
hostage.
Because of the actual lore of the game. Now, there are a lot of people here at this event dressed up in cosplay, and lore in Rainbow Six Siege, yeah, give them some applause. They work hard. The lore in Rainbow Six Siege has steadily increased to the point now where, you know, when I first started playing, and he first started playing, there was basically nothing.
Wow, 1 HP. How is that mathematically
In
possible?
Dual Front, and
1
will
HP.
the events of future seasons find their way into this game mode?
So that's actually what we're trying to do with Dual Front. Bring some of the story into the game proper so that you get to experience the story itself. And
Oh,
so
come on,
every
Pingu,
single
control that
season,
recoil.
Weaving in the lore of Siege.
I like Pingu. Pingu's a decent guy.
Now, when a team does successfully extract,
This is not your extraction point. This is not your. That's not your extraction point.
yeah, they both just did the exact same thing.
Buddy, kudos.
Do they
Yeah,
also could be
look, get out of there. What the fuck are you doing?
they're supposed to do? I'm not.
But whenever they do end up getting it to the right, getting hostage to the right extraction.
What the hell?
and
Sense
having her
looks
illicit out,
weird.
You actually gain
Like
two
luminescent.
sectors of the current objective or the next objective that you're going on. So if you have one sector left on, say, sector 2, it'll click forward on 2.
Okay.
Dude, Sky too. Sky needs a fucking. I don't know what kind of beard that is.
Or not
He should be ashamed of himself for trying to keep that up.
Actually, yeah, on either
Ugh.
side of the match right now, whoever secures the assignment will win.
Oh.
But like, they just have to get them to the right extraction zone, and there's only 20 seconds left to get it done.
And what happens if you don't complete this task? Then it just goes.
They figure
Oh, okay, there it
Too
is.
excited.
There you go, there you go, there you go. They brought it to the right section.
And so this is actually
Wow. Okay, GG. think I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to get one game in, I guess. The showcase. I'll see you guys next time, alright? I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.